As the US pushes for peace talks with Russia, tensions continue to rise on the Ukrainian front lines. Russian aggression has been rising in the eastern front. Russian forces captured one more settlement in Ukraine's Donetsk region. The Russian Ministry of Defense claims its troops seized the Berezivka settlement in Ukraine's Donetsk. On the same day, Ukraine said it repelled Russian attacks in multiple directions. U.S. President Donald Trump's special envoy for Ukraine and Russia, Keith Kellogg, has suggested that Russia will have to make territorial concessions during peace talks with Ukraine. He says U.S. will try to break Russia's alliances with North Korea, Iran and China that have been deepened after Russia was hit by Western sanctions related to the war in Ukraine.
Right now, what we're going to do is try to break this alliance that he currently has. He's got an alliance around with North Korea that wasn't there before. He's got an alliance with Iran that wasn't there before. He's got an alliance with China that wasn't there before, meaning 4 years ago before.
Europe, on the other hand, is scrambling to respond to Trump. The U.S. president has announced that negotiations will begin immediately on ending the war following a phone call with Putin without taking European allies and Kyiv into confidence. After Trump's shocker, what has deepened the sense of betrayal is the latest statement of U.S.'s Ukraine envoy. Kellogg has ruled out Europe getting a seat at the table for Ukraine peace talks. This comes after Washington sent a questionnaire to European capitals to ask what they could contribute to security guarantees for Kyiv.
Can you assure this audience that Ukrainians will be at the table and Europeans will be at the table?
Oh, well, you just changed the whole dynamic. Victor, thanks for having us today. I appreciate it. The answer to that last question, just as you framed it, the answer is no. The answer to the earlier part of that question is yes. Of course the Ukrainians are going to be at the table. I mean, it would be foolish to say they wouldn't. But when you say at the table, you have to define it. One of the things I'm driving towards is we've had a good, remember this war has been going on now, we're heading into the third year. One of the things we haven't really gotten to are specifics.
European leaders are set to hold an emergency meeting in Paris on Monday amid contradictory statements from the White House that have left them isolated. French President Emmanuel Macron will host envoys from key European countries in Paris. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer will also join the crisis summit. The focus of the meeting will be to discuss European security as the Ukraine war nears its third anniversary. The move comes even as the new US administration has also warned its NATO allies that Washington will no longer be primarily focused on the continent's security. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has called on European countries to make concrete proposals rather than complain about being excluded from potential talks on Ukraine.
And to the European allies again, make sure that the training is there, the staff is there, the military gear, but also come up with the plans, create the facts, engage in the debate. Really, the Europeans can do that. It has been done before.
Speaking about the phone call between Trump and Putin, Kremlin says from now on, Russia and the US will speak about peace and not war. Russia believes the Western sanctions will not prevent US-Russia talks as they will be lifted as quickly as they were imposed.
Это мощный сигнал о том, что теперь будем пытаться решать проблемы посредством диалога. И теперь будем говорить о мире, а не о войне. Ведь что было с предыдущей администрацией? Никакого диалога, война до конца. Это была официальная позиция предыдущей администрации. Судя по заявлениям президента Трампа, решаем проблемы через диалог. Никакой войны, нужен мир. Такая позиция, по идее, любому здравомыслящему человеку или государству должна импонировать больше.